The aliens have vanished from the cosmos, but the company still hunts. They found blood with the Queen alien's genes where Ripley killed herself. Scientists jumped into cloning blood experiments, desperate after fails. Weyland Yutani Corp adopted the idea. They hit rock bottom in biotech and space colonization, thanks to civilian casualties. Finally, 60% of their shares were snatched up by a corporate giant called Big Bad Retail and branded as the Galactic Federation. They kicked off an ambitious military program targeting space bioweapons. Because, that hasn't gone wrong after 200 years of trials. By 2379, Ripley's eighth clone was finally in peak condition. The scientists used Ripley as a surrogate to grow alien embryos, then pulled them out for cultivation. The clone returned to the world as Ripley, and once they bred the Queen, it looked like she had become yesterday's, but when the doctor checked Ripley, her wounds were healing like crazy, and it piqued his interest. Who doesn't love a good science project? Seems she's fused with alien DNA, stronger, more aggressive, ready for the alien rage. She could do a bunch of stuff normal adults can, plus she had fake memories that brought out unexpected sadness when she saw a little girl's photo. Classic Ripley. The ship's commander dismissed it, but feared Ripley might mess up his plans, so he ordered to kill her if necessary. To him, Ripley was just a side dish, while the Queen was the main course, growing like she's training for a growth spurt. All they needed were enough live humans for the Queen to lay her eggs, and boom, an army of aliens at your service. The scientists were convinced they could tame the aliens, while Ripley was like, yeah, keep dreaming. For Ripley bluntly warned that once the Queen laid her eggs, the whole crew was toast. Before long, a cargo ship pulled into the space base, carrying a crew of 6. They were a captain, pilot, half-paralyzed engineer, sharpshooter black, moody mercenary, and lovely Cole. They were all seasoned traders of cryocapsules and learned about the commander's unauthorized experiments after a deal. The commander told them to mind their own business, but Frank seized the moment and mooched for some free food and drink. The commander reluctantly agreed while warning them not to wander too much, particularly in military no-go zones. The cargo they traded for was a bunch of unconscious folks who were soon pushed into a lab. At that moment, the Queen had hatched alien eggs, and these people were unaware of the impending doom. The company deceived them onto the ship as immigrants, subjecting them to brutal live experiments. The facehuggers were stirring, smelling those cozy hosts nearby. Poor souls woke up hugged by facehuggers, while crazy scientists watched the horrific parasitic spectacle. On the other side, the injured were wandering around the space station when they stumbled upon Ripley shooting hoop. The Baron tried to flirt with Ripley, only for her to school him and nearly ruin his reputation. Little did they know, this woman wasn't just tough, she was on another level. Black wasn't having it, tossed a dumbbell at her, but got knocked out cold instead. A few drops of her blood splattered on the floor, but no one noticed it had a corrosive effect. To save time, during the basketball scene, the director suggested using machines and special effects, but the lead actress was super The actress executed a stylish turn, sinking a perfect three-pointer, leaving everyone jaw-dropped. Just take a look at this committed performer. When compared to the performances of today's so-called young guns, it truly serves as food for the soul. Back to the storyline, the aliens in the lab had matured, ready for their close-up. Cole, the newcomer, played drunk and slipped out of the room for a little uninvited adventure. Using some spit he prepared, he opened the door that recognized only the commander sent, aiming to take down Ripley. He knew about the military experiments, but found he was too late. The Queen's embryos were already gone. Ripley woke up and instantly saw through Cole's little plot. Cole told Ripley, "You're a clone, the original bit the dust 200 years ago. Want me to help you end your suffering?" Ripley was all in and let him stab her palm, proving her blood's corrosive powers. She could sense the aliens getting a bit restless. Cole pleaded with Ripley to kill the Queen, but Ripley was torn between humans and aliens, not sure which side to choose. Ripley warned Cole to skedaddle because everyone here was destined to meet their doom thanks to the aliens. Disappointed, Cole hurried out, but got caught by the doctor, who was furious in front of the hall. The doctor intended to label them as terrorists and wipe them out, but the traders were far from pushovers. A clash erupted, and though the traders were outnumbered, they put up a fierce fight using their unique skills. Black made a slick move, bouncing a bullet that ricocheted and found its mark. This slick maneuver turned the tide, but the real danger was sneaking up unnoticed. The scientist in front was no joke, ready for a close encounter with these deadly aliens to tame them. If you like this wild ride, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. See you next time.